Greetings, you people, this is Briarstone, and I welcome you back to Chapter 14 of Nezark, our Redguard Child's adventure. The last chapter was rather interesting, at least in a couple of points, and especially where it ended off. We came to Windhelm on a mission from Delvin Mallory to pick up a circlet off of a guy named Rolf Stonefist. Now, this guy was a very unpleasant fellow, a bit of a drunk, I'd find, as well as a racist. He didn't like dark elves at all. And look at Marcurio. Marcurio is like dancing around. He's very uncomfortable being in here. But we ended up we couldn't find a good way to actually just to steal the circlet from this guy. This guy was drunk, but he was sort of aware of himself, or at least a little more than we thought would be possible. But what ended up happening, since we didn't like him already, and Nezark certainly didn't like this guy at all, given the opportunity, Nezark really intentionally pissed off this guy. They got into a bit of a fist fight, a bit of a fisticuff bout there. And while they were fighting, Nezark took the opportunity, a couple punches to the face, or at least one good one, where Rolf was not looking at all, or was unassuming, and he slipped. Nezark slipped that circlet right off of him. That's what we're going to say. And while Nezark lost the fight, he got what he came for. Nezark wasn't interested in winning the fight. Nezark was interested in completing that mission. And since then, of course, he's had little bandages here and there. Marcurio's looked after him. But afterwards, after leaving the inn, they were basically, while Nezark was later going door to door, selling the gifts of theft to certain people, which people paid for with, the items that they had laying around their house, he came upon this house. This is the Arentino house. He came upon this house, and inside, he found this kid and Marcurio. Is there something you want to tell me? I don't know what to think about that. Apparently, Marcurio knows more about this situation than Nezark does. Nezark, when he saw this, he was freaked out. Now, I was thinking probably, in terms of role-playing, Nezark would just leave this area and not say anything. But a lot of you guys figured that he would at least hear the boy out. Now, that said, I think I have the option to not say anything. So that is the option. That is the path I'm going to take. And Marcurio's really messed me up at the moment. But, Thok 132, Colonel Mortimer, Just Viewing, Gunnerex, several others mentioned that we would at least listen to the boy's story. Now, whether or not we, accept the mission that this boy has is another story. Several people who know what the storyline entails says no, Nezark would not do this. Volceros even mentions that I had said earlier too, and given the entire roleplay aspect of Nezark, we've come to know him more of a lover and not a fighter. He's not a killer overall. He is a thief, but he is not a killer. There's a big difference between those two professions. But let's at least, without further ado, talk to this kid and see what he has to say. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's be prepared to freak the hell out.
Finally! My prayers have been answered!
I'm going to say, what is wrong with you?
It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came! An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood!
Yeah. I'm going to remain silent. I'm going to let this boy continue saying whatever the hell. Perhaps he'll get the idea, like, no, I am not an assassin. I'm not... or I could say that, which is very sarcastic, but I don't think the boy is going to get that. He's way too enthused that I'm here at all. Which I was mainly here just to steal from him, but whatever.
You don't have to say anything. There's no need. You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract.
Marcurio, what is he talking about?
My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind.
Well, this boy is obviously...
Sorry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there.
So, I understand now why you guys thought that I should listen to the boy's story. Being an orphan and all, having lost his mother, or at least his parents. And Grella the Kind, I do believe one of you mentioned, and it just occurred to me, that is apparently the headmistress of the orphanage in Riften, as Aventus just said. But I'm wondering... Actually, yeah, that's right. The blacksmith's apprentice also mentioned something about her. Apparently, she's just a nasty old woman. Now, worth killing? I don't think so. Apparently, if he is worth killing, it's not really by Nezark. Nezark hasn't even went back to kill Draelus. Not that he could, mind you, but he hasn't even gone back to kill Draelus. And Draelus, if he was going to kill anybody, it would be Draelus. But then again, he can't even really think about killing Draelus because Draelus did at least, give him some place to live and stay for the entirety of his younger adult life, or younger life, I should say. I don't think we're going to do this. I don't think we're going to be a killer. Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak wishes to express his deepest sympathies at the death of your mother, Nalia. Unfortunately, because you are fatherless and have no other known relations, the Jarl cannot allow you to remain in your home unsupervised. Therefore, in no more than a week's time, you are to report to Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften, where you will reside until your 16th birthday. The Arentino family home in the city of Windhelm will, of course, remain your property. The building will be securely locked and ready for your return 6 years hence. Note that I am I'm unsure of the education provided to you by your recently deceased mother, or if you possess the ability to read the letter I am currently composing. Therefore, a member of the city guard will call upon you in 1 week at your home and provide escort to the orphanage. Hopefully, his arrival will not come as a complete shock. With greatest respect, Yorlith, steward to the most noble Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak. So he's going to get sent back by the city to the orphanage anyway. God, I don't know. He's just going to have to deal with it. All right, he's going to have to deal with it. That's all there is to it. We're not going to do anything about that. It would be completely against Nezark's personality. He would not. No. The only time he's actually ever killed anybody was in self-defense and in complete... I don't exactly know what you would call it. It just scared out of his wits, right? When you're that scared and you do have something in your hands and you're realizing that you can save somebody else's life, not just your own, yeah, then you take action. And that's about the only way Nezark is going to be able to fight, in my opinion. I mean, later on, when he's a little older, I am freezing. That's not good. Let's get the hell out of well, the cold, but I'm going to say Windhelm completely. You don't know me. You don't know me from a fish. You don't even know fish. Too far north. Oh god, is it warm in here? Probably should have gone to the Candlehearth Hall, but we're just going to check out the place in here. I mean, this is a shrine. Is there going to be any... Oh, there might be some stuff to steal in here. Always on duty, this Nezark. Gold. I think I'll take the 6 lockpick. I'm doing pretty well on lockpicks, but I'll take a couple. Sure, I'll take all 3. And the fish soup, you know what? I'm not going to take somebody else's food. I can buy my own. Food is a little... I don't know. That seems a little bit too much of a... No. As long as I've got money, I can buy my own food. Alright. Could use a drink. Alright. Let's do that. Apple pie, that's going to be delicious. And I should have some water. There we go. Thirst has been quenched. Now we need to warm the hell up. Do I have any... I need to check my... Just so I know what's going on with my frosty self right now. Weather sense, there you are. Exposure is 66. Yeah, we are definitely very cold. We're going to go back to the... We're going to run across the street, and we're going to get back into the inn for a moment, and we're going to warm up. Ooh, we are freezing. It's cold out here. Nice storm. Ugh. Nice being a sarcastic word. But luckily, there's fire inside of here. Nice, warm fire. I wonder if we got a little bit of a reputation up in here. I'd imagine we'd have a little bit of a reputation, being that we sort of just had a fist fight with a drunk. Ooh, Nezark, look at that. He's frosted over. Frosted over rather a lot. You begin to warm up. That's good. What's this? Adonato's book. What's in here? Olaf and the Dragon. You know the routine. I'm going to flip through these pages, pause the video in between the pages if you want to read the book. It looks actually kind of interesting as I'm scanning it. Oh, I'm going to have to read this later for sure. There we go. There's a sweet roll over there. Just out of reach. What's my weather sense? Minus 46. We're doing okay. We're gonna be just fine in a moment. Just fine. I feel chilly. It's okay. Marcurio, how are you? You look completely fine. He's all wrapped up in warmer gear, it seems like. I have leather gear on, which is good for shedding off, you know, water. But not really good at cutting the wind, I would say. Although leather is good at cutting wind. I guess it's just... It's more than cutting the wind when you get cold. When it's too cold out, especially in a blizzard, I guess it's just the body heat. The warmth of your body just gets whipped away too fast. Minus 14. That's good. We're getting there. I'm basically just trying to get just enough to where I feel that I can make it from here to the carriage and down south to Riften without, of course, dying along the way. How are we? Exposure 2. Alright, I think we can do this. I think we can pull this off. Oh, the last chapter. This area was kind of a fun time. Nezark pulled off a very clever diversion with his own face. But first things first. Now that we're leaving here, we are pretty much going to ignore the fact that we just talked to that kid. I mean, we want to help him. I mean, Nezark would want to help. But Nezark isn't going to kill somebody over it. Right? And Marcurio, I don't know what he was doing. If you have any suggestions about what Marcurio was doing besides maybe making fun of... was he making fun of Aventus Arentino? Because, I mean, he's seen a lot. Marcurio has seen a lot, and, you know, things don't really shock him, I'm sure. Whereas Nezark is not a killer, Marcurio is pretty much a killer. So, perhaps he was just making fun of Aventus, I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? Comment section down below. Sky is clear as the snows begin to settle. So we're going to go back to Riften. We're going to hawk some of our goods there. And we're going to turn in our quest, our successful quest, mind you, that we got from Delvin Mallory. Turn that in, and we're going to pick up something else. We're going to pick up another quest. Oh, this horse. You're all frosted up. Talk to me, Alfarin.
Need a ride?
Yes, I do.
Where do you want to go?
I would like to go to Rifted, sir.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like the usual plan.
There once was a hero named Redguard the Red who came riding to right run from old Rorix.
Interesting. I pay this man for transportation, not for his bard-like abilities. I think he did not put enough skill points into his perform singing. No, his character sheet was definitely not for that. I'm sure most of you, hopefully a lot of you would know what I'm talking about. You know, character sheets and everything. That's, you know, D&D. If you don't know, if you've never played D&D, then I encourage you to at least try. Make a character sheet anyway. We're gonna go through here. Which, I suppose, just needed a moment.
I know thieves' guild armor when I see it. You're not fooling anyone.
Yeah, well, I know a crooked guard when I see one. And you're not fooling anyone.
Smile on you, friend.
Crooked guards keeping watch at the gate. Some stupid visitor's tax bullshit. But you know what's interesting about that whole situation is that guard knew. I know Thieves Guild armor when I see it, but he didn't do a damn thing, did he? That's right. Nezark is feeling a little untouchable. Of course, he's got powerful people at his back. I would feel a little untouchable as well. Especially after a guard says, you know what, I realize who you are, and I'm not going to do anything about it. Anyway, let's make our way across the darkness of Riften. Seems like a lot of people are still asleep. That is the time to move about. If you are a thief, move about when everybody is asleep. And let's find our... There it is. Press that button. Down the stairs, down the ladder, into the cistern we go. Pretty uneventful, honestly. It's good. One of these days, I'm thinking I should buy a horse. What do you guys think? I could probably save a lot of money. I do realize that it is 1,000 gold. It costs 1,000 gold to buy a horse. Now, I am spending every single trip, everywhere I go so far, has been 100 gold. I'm thinking in 1,000 gold as often as I do tend to move about Skyrim using the carriages, I would save, or I think I would save a lot of money. Now, it would take, obviously, 1, 2, 3. It would take at least 5 trips. At least 5 trips around Skyrim. 5 quests, as it were, to make that money back. But then I would make that money back plus some. Because everywhere I go, I tend to try to get goods that I can sell back here. Alright, Delvin Mallory, talk to me.
Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
Oh. Okay.
Don't muck this up.
There's no seat. You're a very funny guy, Delvin Mallory.
So, what can I do for you today? Good job. Now, here's your part of the deal.
50 gold added. Excellent. So, I heard you're offering extra work?
I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch.
Yes.
Break-ins are more your thing. Go talk to Vex.
I am certainly here to talk to you. I still have not done the job Vex has given me. You know what? I'm also thinking about, in a sort of a role-playing aspect of things. The reason I haven't done the job Vex has given me is because I have the excuse, okay, that I am planning, and it takes a long time to plan the heist on the Radiant Raiment. This place is in Sight of Solitude. It's not exactly your standard store, right? So, as a good thief who doesn't want to screw everything up and, you know, give the Thieves Guild a bad name, I am taking my time to make sure that the heist goes off properly. That's all. It takes a little bit. It takes a few months. At least I'm doing other jobs for the guild. I think she'll be okay with that. Well, maybe not her, but everybody else would be. Tell me about the Bedlam job.
Sometimes we just like to remind the city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we've made an impression. Simple, right?
Yes, it is.
Almost. The catch is, it doesn't count if anyone sees you take it. The message needs to be clear. We work in the shadows.
Alright.
Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in?
I'm in, just like I was for Whiterun.
Nice. Yeah, this is what you'll need to know.
Okay, so we're going for another Bedlam job. Where are we going? We are going to... Oh, we are going back to Whiterun. You know what? We're just going to slam Whiterun so hard. I'm thinking I need to go into
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Urge. I'm thinking I need to go into... the Dragon's Reach, I think, is the name of the place. So if I go into the Dragon's Reach, that's very gutsy. And I'm going to take some shit from there. Sounds like something that Nezark would do to up the ante. Just a touch. Tonelia.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Yeah, I need to, you know, ask you if you would give me some gold in exchange for these products here.
Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of deal we can make.
Oh, you want to do a little barter as well on the side? Okay, well, we'll look into it. All right. First things first. Check out what I have. Let's see. I have this stupid Farmer Blood Elixir. I don't know what it's for, but it doesn't have a value. So, that's very curious. Farmer Blood Elixir. It heals the caster 1 point. Seriously, what is it for? I do not know. Anyway, Garnet, selling that. Horker Loaf, I'm going to keep that around, of course, to eat later. I have an Iron Dagger to protect myself in a brief moment of, you know, oh shit moments. Those happen to be plenty. I'm guessing I completed that job, didn't I? And I thought that took it away from me. Well, it took a circlet away from me, but it didn't take this one. Whatever, I'll sell it now. Silver necklace, selling that, don't need it. Silver ring, silver ring. The lusty Argonian maid, we're gonna have to read that. Certainly going to have to read that. And I think that's all I actually ended up stealing. I guess I didn't find anything too much of value in the other place. In Windhold, I ended up finding the Arentino house and everything went to shit there. At least in my head.
Alright then.
Okay, Marcurio. You're a comedian, you know that? Picking on poor Aventus Arentino. Dirge. Alright, so.
Oh, you're back.
Nope, I'm just leaving there, Delvin. Although I got plenty of food, I'm sure. How am I doing in terms of sleep? Oh, not survival skills. I picked the wrong thing there. Check needs. There we go. Currently peckish, not thirsty, slightly tired. I have a gourd for these situations. Perfect.